Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Paper Money here, and I just want to quickly talk about the S&P 500 in this video. We have a couple of minutes before market close, and I just wanted to give my thoughts about the market's outlook going into next week. So, the S&P 500 is in an interesting spot here today because we finally broke out of the bullish ascending wedge here. We kind of rejected around 478 a couple times here, but every time we got a significant drawdown. We stopped once at 468, around 465-ish, and then we stopped a little bit higher. So the market does seem to want to continue higher. And I have a couple theories about this, and the reason is number one is we have earnings season coming up. So next week we have Netflix, we have Tesla, I believe we also have Microsoft as well, and then the majority of big cap tech earnings would be on early February into mid February, and then we also have the PCE report, which is supposedly supposed to come in lower. That should give small caps like IWM and then all the other penny stocks a boost. So one thing that's interesting thing to note is that we do have a lower volume than yesterday, but I wouldn't really read into it. If you want to short up here because of the aforementioned reasons, if we do get a pullback, I believe it'll retest that 478 previous resistance and now turn into support before we get that final push higher. As far as seasonality goes, we are supposed to remain bullish. The momentum should be bullish into February. However, after February, like around March, April, May timeframe, we should get that drawdown. But as for now, the markets are looking forward to the earnings and lower PCE reports. And one of the reasons why I don't think that we would get a significant sell down right now, even though it seems tempting, is because markets are pretty optimistic about earnings. I know there's a lot of high expectations, a lot of magnificent seven stocks like NVIDIA, AMD, Meta. They're all at all-time highs right now. But I would wait until after earnings reports to add on to shorts, because usually what happens is, even if we do get a run up into earnings, like if you're shorting right before earnings or a week or two before earnings, then it'll still continue that upward momentum. But maybe after earnings reports, they report like less than stellar earnings, or maybe the expectations were too high, they would finally get that drawdown. But as for now, the momentum still continues to be up. We are getting that break of the ascending wedge, which is a bullish pattern. And I expect, even if we pull back next week, like I mentioned before, I expect the market to continue higher. I don't expect the market to get come down straight to like 460 or start to sell off right away, just because we have earnings. Another ticker I want to mention actually is, let's see if I have it here. Okay, let me just do a quick search. Tesla is actually in a pretty interesting spot right now, because the setup is quite similar to Netflix. With Netflix's prior earnings report, Netflix had a significant drawdown, simply because a spokesperson, a CFO, I believe, from the Netflix team said that the ad product was not material to revenue yet. And so it sold off pretty hard, around 20%, similar to Tesla right now, before it got that pop higher after earnings, and then they were saying that the ad product that they were building wasn't too bad, like they're starting to see some impact. So expectations were really low going into Netflix's earnings previously. And this is quite similar to what we have in Tesla here. You can see the expectations are really low. We have a slew of negative news. We had a slew of negative news with Musk with wanting like a greater percentage stake before furthering AI at Tesla, or Hertz's selling their EV fleets and including their Teslas. It kind of looks similar to what we have right here currently. So right now, from December 28th was like all-time high, and then now it's like it was 260 something in December 28th. Now it's sitting at like 211 ish. So that's a pretty significant decline, while the rest of the market was rallying, right? You have Nvidia, AMD, like Meta, like Magnificent Seven, like just rallying from January 5th. Meanwhile, Tesla did not get any participation in that rally. So you can see the sentiment on the stock is not where you want it to be right now. But that's actually, in my experience, that's actually pretty good news going into earnings, because the bar is just so low right now for Tesla. Like any sort of slimmer of hope or beat from the earnings could send the stock skyrocketing. So I just wanted to leave it at that. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.